Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Adam, from the TheCrimsonFlagsAST team, and today I'm going to bring you my first review I've done for this channel, and it's going to be of the Cybergun Thompson. This gun is definitely a cool gun, definitely one for you World War II enthusiasts out there like me. Um, First things first, we're going to go over the specs on this thing. It's shooting 360 feet per second with .2 gram BBs, and it shoots around 800 to 750 rounds per minute on an 8.4 volt battery. You can bring it up to around 900 to 950 around that area with a 9.6 volt battery. So I definitely recommend upgrading to that. We're going to start from the back of the gun, move our way up to the front of the gun. So, starting with the back of the gun, you can see that it has a metal butt plate, and this is also where the battery compartment would respectively be. Just like on the real Thompson, as far as my knowledge goes, you pull down on this, you put your finger inside, pull back, and twist down. This reveals the battery compartment, as you can see. Let me try to get an angle on that. It's very deep and it's very wide. Definitely fit a lot of batteries in here. In fact, my 9.6 volt actually and my 8.4 actually make noise around inside. So I recommend getting some foam inserts for it so that when you're running it doesn't plank around. But definitely, I'd rather have more space than not enough space, so I'm not complaining about it. Next up becomes the stock itself. The stock is made of ABS plastic, not wood, but it looks just like wood. It's very solid and very sturdy. It's not going to break on you. The only complaints I have about the stock is, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but there's a seam going right down the middle of it, and it's kind of noticeable when you're up close. When you're far away, you're not even going to notice. But definitely very happy with the stock. You also have some sling mounts. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about recommending using them. They have the sturdy feeling, yet I don't know. Be on the safe side, I wouldn't use them. I use them, but just be on the safe side, don't be dumb like I am. I would recommend not using them. But the front one is actually very sturdy, skipping ahead. The front one feels sturdier than the rear one, so that's basically why I use them, because I do trust one of them. But do not use the sling mounts with the sling that comes with this gun. It is a terrible sling. Throw it away, throw it in the trash. If you have a nice sling, you could probably avoid it. Moving up next to the rear sights. You got your standard Thompson M1A1 sights. You've got post in front, no, feet in front post, and you can look through the notch in the top. I can just get closer. You guys can see what I'm talking about. There's a notch in the top and a peephole. You can use either one of those and line it up with the front sight. Either one works fine, but personally I use the hole. I feel it's easier to adjust the hop up and sight it in with that. Also, the sight's fully adjustable. Up, down, left, and right. So the sights are definitely adjustable, but the front sight is in a fixed position. It's not adjustable. Moving on the gun. Switch around this way. Actually, move the bolt. The bolt of the gun is metal, as is the upper receiver. The lower receiver is plastic. The barrel right here is metal, but the bolt itself is also metal. You just simply pull back the bolt. This has absolutely no purpose whatsoever. It doesn't reveal the hop up, but it's definitely satisfying to do, and it makes a really cool noise. It also shows the side of the gearbox. Let's see. Moving on next, we're going to go to the selector switches and the trigger. The selector switches are different than most other selector switches. In fact, I can't think of another scenario where these selector switches are like this. Let's get really close on this so you guys can see. This switch right here, yep, this one is for fire and safe. So right now it's on fire. I can move in. Safe. So this just controls simply whether the gun will fire or not. I probably actually have that safe. And then next you have, it's hard to see, you have semi-auto, which is on right now, and fully automatic. The sights are very sturdy and stiff to turn, and they do click in when you turn them. So the sight's very nice, I'd say. I mean, the selector switch is very nice. Also, this is where the mag release is. To use the mag release, it's kind of hard to show you because I'm at kind of a bad angle, but simply push up with your thumb and then pull the mag out. And then same thing, when you're putting it back in, I'd recommend putting it back in while you're pushing this up so that you don't damage the mag. You could hit it in. I've done it, but it's not good for mag. Next up is the trigger. Let's get around here. The trigger is very nice. It has a very nice response. Take it off safe. The trigger response is very good. The trigger feels like it's metal. I'm fairly certain it's metal. It's not going to break on you. That's before the trigger response is very nice. So overall, very nice trigger. Moving on to the ejection port, or as otherwise on the airsoft version, it's the hop-up wheel. This is a cylinder hop-up, which means that the hop-up's a cylinder. It twists like this. It's very simple to use, and nothing's covering it, so you can just get right to it when if you need to adjust it on the fly. You simply scroll up, and down for less hop. It's very easy. Some people would complain that this is open and dirt can get into it, but it's kind of like in there, so I really wouldn't worry about getting any dirt in there. But if you do, I'd recommend just assembling the gun and cleaning it out. The magazine, we'll move on to the magazine now. This magazine that it comes with is a 350 round high capacity magazine. It is not quick wind, but I do like this magazine a lot though. It feeds well, doesn't have any problems feeding. But what I like is you can see, get a good angle on that. You can see the lips right here, and this is where the BBs go. Now, when you're pouring BBs in, these lips actually help it so when you're pouring them in, they don't fall out on the sides. So I definitely like the lips, just like they would have on the real thing, pulling the bullets in. So the lips actually have a good purpose for this. Just below where the BBs would come out, and on the bottom, it has a very big winder. It's very easy to get to. Simply wind it. You can unwind that. It's not good to leave tension. Didn't even want no BBs in it. But yeah, it's a very good mag. Alright, moving on to the handguard. The handguard is also plastic, as is every other wood component on this gun. So is the grip as well. The grip is also very comfortable. I forgot to mention that. It is like semi-ergonomic, as you can see. The grip is very nice. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. But, also, I like the front handguard a lot. It's got this nice ergonomic slot in here for you to put your fingers in. So it feels very comfortable. I do wish it was up a little further. That's one of the design of the real Thompson, not so much the airsoft one, because it's mimicking the real thing. But overall, I don't have any complaints about it. Next, we're going to move up to the flash hider. It's not really a flash hider. Like, it's just the orange tip. It's not. This is what it really looks like on the real thing. And the entire thing that I'm holding right here is actually orange. I just colored it black with a Sharpie, but I left the front orange because my parents were, they were bitching about the fact that, well, I wouldn't say bitching. They just, they don't want anybody to think it's real gun. So the front is orange, but the side, I Sharpied in. So I mean, you could easily break this. You could take it like this, take a hammer, and you could break it off, no problem. But I really just don't want to think of this. But people who have done it, I know people who have. And as I said before, the front sight is in a fixed position. You can adjust it at all. So that basically that does it. I went over the specs. Did I go over the price? No, I don't think I went over the price. I got this for $210 off Airgun Depot, and I would recommend this gun definitely. Especially if you're a World War II enthusiast or you just like Thompson's. Thompson's one of my favorite submachine guns of all time. Definitely, it's up there. I really love this gun. I love the airsoft version. Not to mention that this gun is surprisingly accurate for a 300mm barrel. This gun, you can reach out there. Now, I'm not saying it's as accurate as, say, an M14 or something like that, like the CYMA1, but you can definitely reach out further than you think you can. But I think that's going to do it for this review. So this has been Adam from the Crimson Flags Airsoft team, and I will see you guys next time.